Hello everyone, and welcome back to Planet Coaster once again. Wow, surprise, surprise, yes. Welcome. Today we have got a fun little build with a lot of custom roofing. So if you're into custom roofing, stay seated, stay tuned, and watch this video. Yes, okay, so custom roofing, I'll talk to you that in a bit, yes. I'm very hyperactive today. Okay, let's see here. What are we building? We're building, it's called the Lavenlaar. It's basically like, I copied like a portion of that section in the Efteling called Lavenlaar. And it's really a weird place. It's like this village for like overweight leprechauns that drink, and yeah, it's like really weird. And but the architecture they made for it is like really like weird. I don't know, like fairytale, thatch roof, like weird funky forms. And I thought, oh, that could be really interesting to do in Planco. It's quite a challenging thing to make like weird roofing. Like this here, let me talk about this. So I hope you saw how I built it so far. But the thing I'm doing it now is like a section, making it into sections. Because I wanted to look a bit more funky than this. So I already made it a bit more like chonky wonky, and like on the side. And here you can see me angling like a section, so it looks a bit weird. And here I'm just recoloring some of the tiles to make it seem a bit more diverse and interesting. Huh? Okay, so that's already one tower. We're building a gate, by the way. This is just a gate. Okay. And then here for the top, in real life they have these like almost like these iron spire things on top. They look like those sleeping hats, those long ones. But yeah, these are like supposed to be metal or something. So I'm using hydro beams, and as you can see, I'm making a bit wonky again. Just turning around, a lot of turning stuff around to make circles this episode. Because that's how you do like custom shaping in Planco. I don't know how you do it in Blender, I still need to learn that, but in Planco it's very straightforward. It's just a bit tedious and sometimes frustrating with selecting stuff and doing things on a small scale like this. This is so annoying, man. I have to zoom out every time I need to rotate. It's hard to see, blah 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 blah. Bam, it's there, it's on top, and then I rotate it around for the other gate. Wow, it's fixed. Okay, then we have the gate itself, another circle we have to make. And bam, now there's on the either side more plaster, another circle to trace the circle of the circle, square. What? I don't know. Yes, okay, let's... oh yeah, I copied it here to make a bit more, like, have a bit of depth in the arch. And then I, like, made, like, a custom shape on one side. Then I copied it around to the other side. And I did that for the same for the thing below. Yes. And now you have already like a different type of layers. It looks a bit more interesting than just a flat wall. And these are of course like plaster pieces by Hydro. I think it's my favorite toolkit item, because you're just so versatile. You can always like see the shaping on the towers here is already a bit wonky, you know. So really happy with how that turned out. And here I'm just doing some foliage work. I used a mix of TMTK and the better looking foliage in Planco, because the most of the foliage is like really dated. Like this bush already looks a bit worse in contrast than the other bushes, but it's Planco. Okay, oh, here we made like a door, just an Arabic door I think, or like the Adobe door, I don't know. And then some planks around it to connect it to the spire, the tower thing, whatever. And here we're just like making a little area for mulch and trees and foliage and stuff. So here we're using TMTK mulch, and then there you can place plants and stuff. You're making a custom planter, basically. Look, and the path is still underneath it, but it doesn't matter, right? You can do like custom pathing. Just like a little blueprint. Well, it's not a blueprint. It turned out to be 12k, so I can't make it into a blueprint. Yes, 12k for like such a little thing. That's why piece count is really not a good estimation on how grand a build will be. Doing some more of that on the other side. But in a moment we will start with building a little building you may have seen in the thumbnail and the cinematic. And it's actually a really tragic story behind it. Because I built it, I spent like 2.5 hours building it. And then, let's take a screenshot. and I recorded it luckily, and then I exited the park, and the first stream started. I streamed after that, and I forgot to save it. I forgot to save it, and you would say, well, why don't you just use autosave? Why would you use that? Well, I kinda saved over the autosave with the stream part, because I streamed for 2.5 hours, and then the autosave was gone, and I had to completely rebuild this entire building, which took another 2 tedious hours, and it's like a tiny bit bigger than before, but it's fine. I'm happy with it. So yeah, what we're doing, first a little like plaster section down below, and then we're going quite fast here already. We made like a little beamy thing there, also a bit slanted, I don't know the word, like it's hung over a bit over the side of the building. And now we're making the main course of this building, the upper floor, like the windows and blah blah blah. I didn't have to edit a lot, because I already know, of course, what I was building, because I built it the night before. But yeah, I just had the screenshot of the build next to me, so it's just, okay, this here, this here, this here. But this is all like copied of an image, of course. So if you're thinking, oh, how does he come up with that? It's just this build is mostly just a copy with some slight alterations here and there to make it nice and finished for like this build here. And yeah, I'm using these 1 meter beams. I would have preferred to use the haunted house beams, but those are like minimal of like 2 meters. So these ones are shorter, but it's all fine. It's all fine. And I like to use a bit more than just 1 for depth. And you don't really see that here, but you saw it in the previous section. I turned 1 around and put it on there, and you have this night, like it's more than just 1 beam or whatever. Anyway, custom window frames, very straightforward. I draw beams, big and small. And yeah, as you see how it went there, very easy, not much of a hassle. You just have to download the TeamTQ item, and if you download these blueprints, you will have them automatically. Okay, now the top section is actually wooden paneling with this nice color I'm using a lot these days. This is a bit brighter than the other ones, but I really like this color. Very Efteling colors, of course. This is very much an Efteling build. And this is not really an original build, but it is original in Planko, so it's, I'm not going to do full recreations, but like fun little exercises like this that take like 2-3 hours. I like doing those. And then I'll save the Mega Park stuff for something that is completely original. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I made like a little tracing of that, and now we're filling it in with planks, and have even more of an overhang and a depth effect. And yeah, it's already turning out pretty nicely, right? It's not too bad, and I really like doing this stuff. It's refreshing to do this in between like contest parks and other stuff that it's like a time limit, and this is like just a little build I can relax with. Oh, okay. Let me talk about this. So this is the custom roof for this building, and this is by far the toughest part to build in this blueprint. I didn't cut a lot of this footage because people will ask how do you build roofs like this, and it's just a really tedious process. Like this level of custom. Like normally if you have like a straightforward shape, it's alright, but this is like you have this weird curve, and it goes down and it goes inwards and outwards, and it's just a bit challenging. So it's not perfect, but it's alright. So for the like simple section, it's simple, right? You just copy, make it like a custom shape, and I copy it around until it starts going up, and I'm tracing the line at the top. That's very important that you have that line going from the top of the spire thing to like where it's gonna connect to the rest of the building, like that middle line. That's the way you can trace your building. So then when you start going into the tough territory, I put like a section in the middle at an angle, and then I fill in the in-betweens. And they keep doing that until there's like roughly the shape of the building. And see how you do it there? It's like just rotating it a bit. Sorry for the camera. And then I fill in the gaps by just like selecting a small part of it and just extending it here and like copying it there. Okay, that's the first roof done, and then I copied it on the other side. Well, I can't copy it, so I had to redo it on the other side. So I did that, and then I copied the building, turned it around, and then copy those 2 again, and then you have these 4 buildings like together. Very easy a bit piece intensive. Like I said, it's like 12k. So sadly enough, it's not a blueprint. But maybe you can figure out a way on your own to make a blueprint out of it. Okay, so the final part of this building is the spire on top. And that's just was in the picture as well. It's like fun. Like this is like a nice and easy spire to build. Like even a custom shape like that, I skipped ahead because it's really straightforward. You just make one line, you copy it to the other side, and then for the perfect like definition, you do it layer by layer until you reach the top. And then you did the same thing with this metal spire, and then a little window here, because that was also there, just by hydro beams again, and then some gray ones. It's like a brown and gray mix that goes like inward, and then bam, filling that up, placing a spire on top in a bit. Ah, I didn't. Okay, I edited it out. Okay, fine. So flooring here, and we're nearly done already. Very like simple build, very nice and little, and just a little fun exercise. I don't think I will do more necessarily with this. This specific theme of the Efteling. Maybe I will if I really have no other ideas, but there's gonna be enough on the agenda. Anyway, little wall here, of course with the ceramic tiles at top and a bit messy, just to make it look like dated and worn down. Really like that look. And then we're nearly finishing off lantern here, benchy there. This is Team TK bench, by the way. You can place it anywhere, a bin there, and then we did the dirt decals. And that was basically it, people. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like it. And if you want to see more like this, subscribe. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you enjoyed it. And catch me in the next live stream. We'll be doing that once a week, hopefully. And that's it. So yeah, bye!